And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Looking at today's fire danger graphic here, highest fire danger is where the least precipitation has been falling, and that's in the upper Yukon Valley there and around the Porcupine River, Fort Yukon, Chalk-Yitzhak, even extreme fire danger in a small area there for spruce. But outside of that zone, pretty good. Low fire danger, much of the interior, maybe some medium out here toward the west, but even all the way down south central Alaska, Copper River Basin, low fire dangers. And from there, looking at satellite imagery, start out with a fair amount of sun here over the eastern interior and allowing temperatures to rise into the 70s. And then showers and thunderstorms developing and moving westward. Thunderstorm at Eielson Air Force Base here during the afternoon hours. And some thunderstorms east of Fairbanks moving westward toward the area there. Clouds, areas of light rain and showers here over the southwest interior, and a system over the eastern Gulf of Alaska pushing a band of rain in across the southeast coast with the heaviest amounts down to the south. And out to the west, just clouds moving from north to south here over the Bering Sea, no big storms at all. And as you can see, putting this in motion again, we're actually moving from west or east to west here over the northern Bering Sea. Low pressure appears to be right in that area there, and some clouds pulling down into the Pribilof Islands and some scattered showers over the Alaska Peninsula, eastern Aleutians. But that's about it out there. Winds lighter than they were yesterday. Still pretty brisk this afternoon, gusts over 40 miles an hour at Tin City and Kivalina, up toward Point Hope there, but down to the south here, winds a lot lighter than they were yesterday. Pribilof Islands, and even the Alaska Peninsula, but still a little gusty out of the north and northwest. Some scattered showers there, but pretty good conditions out over the Bering Sea. Just a lot of clouds, basically dry. Areas of showers here over the interior, down into the western Alaska range, with Iliamna picking up over ½ an inch of rain during the day today, while Sparivon had about ¼ of an inch with this trough right through here. And then even heavier amounts over the southern panhandle of this system, about ¾ of an inch falling at Ketchikan, for example, but amounts lighter than that all the way up in toward Lincoln and Glacier Bay, until you get to about 5/100 of an inch falling at Yakutat today. And again, showers, thunderstorms developing here over the eastern interior, pulling westward. Same thing for the Copper River Basin. We'll see an increase in the showers and rain tonight, and that area will be pulling westward as well. And again, kind of a showery with scattered thunderstorm type of evening here for the mid and upper Tanana Valley area, and then back along that trough across the Koyukuk Valley, and dry conditions with a fair amount of evening sunshine here for south central Alaska. From the Susitna Valley down to the Kenai Peninsula, even Kodiak Island could see a few sun breaks continuing there. This system staying off the coast, starting to pull back to the northwest a little bit, so that's going to keep rain going over the southeast coastal areas. Up to the north, still some flurries, light snow. Western Arctic coast will extend down in toward St. Lawrence Island once again, with showers south of that. All this precipitation on the light side, but drying out here over the southwest interior. And still showers, again, from the Pribilofs down to the eastern Aleutians and Alaska Peninsula. Dry out to the west, and no big storms showing up, at least into tomorrow. A very weak low out over the west central Bering Sea. Another weak low brings some clouds, showers, areas of light rain, fog, drizzle, that type of pattern here for the Alaska Peninsula, eastern Aleutians, back up to the Pribilof Islands. A fair amount of IFR through this area. And areas IFR with maybe a few showers all the way up to the Bering Strait. The snow now off to the west, ending, so look for dry conditions, light winds for the Arctic coast, north slope, highs rising above freezing during the daytime hours for even the Arctic coast here for tomorrow and definitely on Thursday. Otherwise, quite an area of moisture pulling westward here, so periods of rain into south central Alaska and showers all the way into the Kuskokwim Valley there, up across Denali Park and into the central interior with showers and developing thunderstorms once again in the afternoon. Some of those could be on the strong side with gusty winds, maybe 30 to 40 miles per hour. Again, the same pattern. developing in the east and pulling westward through the day. Periods of rain, this low pulling back to the west here, and that keeps the front right along the southeast coast. So a wet day again for the southeast coast, for the Panhandle, and then rain, as I mentioned, all the way up into Prince William Sound, Kenai Peninsula, even Cook Inlet, and up to the Susitna, Matanuska Valley areas. And then for the day on Thursday, that low pulls westward, weakens, leftover trough here, and a lot of leftover moisture keeps it cloudy and showery with even some areas of rain, especially along the North Gulf Coast into the northern Panhandle. Rain ends down to the south as some high pressure builds in there. And again, showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon with cooler temperatures for the highs now. Be pretty pressed to even hit 70 degrees, say in the upper Yukon Valley, as some moisture lifts up into that area. Should be in the 60s, mid to upper 60s for the Tanana Valley. And weak system here for the Alaska Peninsula brings areas of rain with that. Weak low for some showers here in the lower Yukon River Valley area. Isolated showers for the Aleutians. Otherwise a pretty quiet day coming up for the Bering Sea and the Aleutian chain. And for the lows tonight, in the 30s out that way, still dropping down to around freezing for the Pribilofs, upper 20s St. Lawrence Island, 25 to 30 north slope in the Arctic coast. In the 30s for the Noatak Valley, Kobuk Valley, 50s here over the eastern interior, 45 to 50 southern Alaska, as well as the Panhandle. Highs tomorrow, upper 60s to mid 70s, warmest over the Yukon Flats there for the mid 70s, 70 at Eagle. Into the 60s for the highs for the Tanana Valley, 50s with clouds and rain, south central Alaska, Copper River Basin, 55 to 60. Kuskokwim Valley cooling back to near 40 out along the southwest coast, upper 30s for the Pribilofs, and in the 50s for the Panhandle. Lows in the 40s for the southeast coast, 40s over much of the state here, lower 50s though, Tanana up to about possibly Bettles over toward Fort Yukon, otherwise 30s for the lows. For the north slope on the Arctic coast, but still upper 20s here through the Bering Strait to St. Lawrence Island. And the highs, again, cooler, 65 to 70 for the Yukon Flats now, 60 to 65 actually, as a mistake, and lower 60s for the Fairbanks area toward North Pole, about 60, Delta Junction, same thing. Near 60 for the Copper River Basin, 55 to 60, south central Alaska, near 50 in Kodiak, and in the 50s again for the southeast coast.